Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm the Temperance Star. I'm gonna be doing a lovely reading for you guys today. I'm gonna try to do a bit of a love reading, hopefully. Let's see what messages we get out of here. I'm gonna do the Venus Witch Oracle deck. One card. We're gonna do uno card, just one. I'm gonna do, and we got the World is Yours in reverse. Ciao. The world is yours. The world is yours. The world is yours in reverse, which looks like this. Pretty card. It's just this beautiful blue indigo lady. I want to say indigo. Indigo lady holding a world. It's crazy because I was sleeping and I heard this voice that just said, "Let there be light." And the number for this card is 33. 33. The world is yours. So maybe this is something you don't really fully grasp. It being in reverse doesn't mean like, oh, the world isn't yours. Like, no, the world is yours, okay? The world is yours, regardless of what anyone says, what people try to make you feel like it isn't. Like, no matter, none of that. The world is yours. It being in reverse, if anything, makes me feel like maybe this is something that you're struggling to truly grasp onto, is that the world is yours, or you're with a partner, because I want this to be a love reading. I really want a love reading. I want to do a love reading because I feel like I have been low-key shying away from them. But I want to do a love reading. So taking it in that aspect also is that maybe you're with someone who's trying to, you know, blind you from truly realizing this aspect of yourself, especially if you are of a feminine or dominant in your feminine energy, being like, this is clearly a woman feminine energy, and she's like holding this like the world, basically. She's holding this ball of life in a way. And I was like I was saying, I was like having this dream, and like I just heard this voice that just said, like, let there be light, let there be light. And so there was light. And it's so interesting because like in this ball, you just see like little light beaming from this ball with the little strings of energy. It feels like it could be like a ball of energy, and any types of energy is like a world, you know. Everyone's world is completely different. I was just saying this to someone the other day because I was explaining my version of something, and then that person was explaining their version of something, and like trying to make me feel like my version didn't exist or something. And I just immediately cut them off and said, "Are you trying to call me delusional?" Because once you try to, because it's in a way, it's like kind of like a form of like gaslighting. Just because I'm saying something that you may not agree with does not mean that your version immediately cancels out my version. Especially when I agree with your version. I can agree with your version and still find validity in my version. That's the amazing part of duality. And understanding that there's a billion worlds within like one. You know? Like everyone can technically hold, like everyone has their own little ball of energy. Everybody has their own ball of energy. Everyone. There's like a billion eons, you know what I mean? Like sometimes people try to hide the fact that everyone has their own ball of energy. Everyone has their own world. People don't want people wisdom at the bottom of this cosmic energy. I want to pull like one or two cards from this oracle message deck as well. But people try to hide this from other people, especially people closest to you, because it benefits them in a way. The more smaller you are to them, it benefits their own ego. However, that's not going to work on me, and I hope it doesn't work on you collective. No matter how much you may love someone, don't ever allow someone to try to make you feel small, especially when you can also grab onto your own ball. Don't ever allow someone to try to make you feel like you don't have your own world, like the world is not also yours, okay? People try to be stingy with their world and not allow others to grab onto their own world, as if like there's not a big enough world for everybody. that's what kind of like irks the crap out of me. Like I was like, are you trying to call me delusional? Because like it was almost like laughable, and it's so interesting. Like when I just like cut them off, it was like, are you trying to call me? It was like, oh no, like, oh no, you were like, and when you call it out for whatever someone's trying to do to you, especially when they are trying to like belittle you, or they're trying to like make you feel small, or make you feel a certain way, or even when people are jealous and they're like, you just immediately call it out for what it is, they immediately, it's almost like ripping off their mask, and it's like they feel so ashamed and naked. Like, yeah, that's exactly what this is. Don't try to play in my face, especially when you are trying to be open and be vulnerable and stuff like that, because it's like, this is my world. This is my world, and I'm explaining something, or I'm doing something, so I'm going to be authentically me in my world. And if I feel like sharing it with you, because you are still in my world, especially when I'm looking at you or I'm talking to you, you're in my world now. I don't care what you see or how you're experiencing me in your world. I'm still looking at you. You're in my world now. So I'm going to be me in my world. The moment you try to rewrite whatever's happening in your world from your perspective and try to project it onto me, I'm going to immediately cancel it out. I don't really care, especially if I'm right. You know what I mean? Like sometimes people be delusional in their own worlds and try to like project it onto you. You have to immediately cancel it out, because that's how it becomes spell work. So I hope that you take note of that, collective. I don't know why that just became like such a message just now, but yeah. But we got wisdom at the bottom of this lovely deck, which is my cosmic energy deck. Wisdom is everything. Having wisdom, yeah, wisdom comes from experience and reflection. Having wisdom, it's like, it's so powerful to have knowledge, wisdom, experience, and going within and reflecting on your own experiences. Like, you don't need to, like, yes, school, it's so important. Go to school. Well, not everyone like needs to go to school. I think school is good for those who are supposed to be doing their gifts and stuff. Certain people gifts require school and degrees and things like that. Like, and they fly through it because they're meant to be doing certain stuff. So they'll fly through it like it's nothing. Like people going to get like their doctorates and stuff like that to become like a freaking what's it called, like a dermatologist, or freaking people who are specializing in like certain surgeons and stuff like that, like specific surgeons and things like that. They need to do certain schools to get certain degrees and things, but they fly through it so easily because they're literally gifted at it. So it's comes second nature to them. I remember I was watching some show, I forgot what it was called, but they're gifted. They're literally gifted, so they fly through it. Then you have people who go in for it for money, and they struggle at these classes and stuff like that, but they're doing it just for the money, just for the status and stuff like that. So they do it anyway, they get in things like that, but they end up becoming corrupt. They're doing it for you know, like, yeah, for status, but they still get into those doors and things, but they mess up the whole entire algorithm of those worlds. But it's still necessary because you need darkness in the light and stuff like that to like kind of balance it out anyways. So that's why it still works out for those people as well. However, they need those people, those like chess pieces, I want to say, are needed in those places, because that's what helps those light beings who are gifted in those things naturally require wisdom. They need those like beings there for their own wisdom, if that makes sense. So that's where, like, it's just so interesting. I be like just like thinking about a lot of stuff, and I'm just like, you know, certain things I'm just like, cause I'll be looking at like how some people like end up in certain places and in things in certain times and stuff, and I'm just like, wow, like you were literally there just as like a catalyst. Like, you know, I may not agree with certain things, but I'm just like, you're here, you're there because you're supposed to be for like my soul's wisdom, if that makes sense. I may not agree with it. I may think it's stupid. I may think it's evil. I may think it's whatever the case may be, but it's such a cost for my own soul that like I'm probably not gonna have to deal with this like in another lifetime or something like that. So I just charge it to the game. So maybe collective, start looking at certain experiences like that as well, especially in like troubled times. Like you may be dealing with some crazy troubled things that make you feel like you don't have a control of your world, and like things are just being thrown at you and you're losing grip of certain things, and it's like, oh my gosh, like I don't have control at all. Oh my gosh, balance in reverse. Oh, collective, you may feel like you just cannot get a grip at nothing. Like, you're starting to feel like someone is manipulating my whole entire life. I have no control, I have no balance. There's nothing that I can truly control right now. Like, you're thinking that you have just like a reap of bad karma in a way. But Spirit is kind of telling me, like, for you not to look at it that way, and for you to look at it as you are here serving a purpose, and the things and the bad things or the bad karma that is happening to you right now is for the betterment of your soul's wisdom. You need to take heed of how and the things you are learning at this time, because the things that you're learning at this time and the patience that you're having at this time and how you're taking whatever you're taking right now with a smile on the face, because again, we're just avatars here experiencing life, but the smile that you're still having on your face and the grace that you may still have to people where you probably do not need to have for certain people, while you're still enduring the type of pain that you're enduring, while you're probably standing on like one freaking toe, while you're being hit with so many different types of challenges right now. Like, I kind of low-key feel it, and I'm so sorry that you may be dealing with a lot of crazy stuff. Like, life can freaking suck sometimes, but it's all for a better purpose, because you're learning certain things at this time for a better cause, and you may not understand why you're learning it right now, and some people don't understand it not until they are in another lifetime. Quite literally, they won't understand it until they're in another lifetime. Some people understand it in a year from now or a couple months from now, and they're like, oh, that's why X, Y, and Z happened to me, because now I'm in this situation right here where now I know better. But then sometimes people die, literally die, and they don't have to experience so much because their previous lifetimes they've dealt with so much to where they have nothing but good karma. So Spirit is trying to tell you that, like, some things are just in your control but beyond your comprehension. And it reminds me again back to when I was dreaming and I heard, like, let there be light, let there be light. It's like Spirit said, like, you wanted it to be light, you have light. Like, you came into the world, you now have to face all of life's challenges that your soul, for this life period, this time period that you're in right now, is designed to face, and you will get through it. You will. So I don't know who needed to hear that, but you will get through it. I know you will, especially if you're listening to me. Trust, especially if you are on my, like, listening to me and listening to my voice right now, looking at my face. Oh baby, you will get through it. Trust and believe that. I don't know if you ever heard about me. People who come across me end up with some crazy good luck. So give me a card for the collective. Spirit. Confidence in reverse. Somebody is not that confident, child. Or someone needs to, I want this to be a love reading. Why we support? Okay. Like I said, if you ended up on my channel or this little video clip that you are probably watching, I think I'm gonna clip this part. Someone's lacking confidence. I want this to be a love reading though, but someone might be lacking confidence. But with this support card at the bottom of the deck, you may be alone. And it's so interesting. You see this little bird, this little, like, and it looks like a raven. That's not a raven, child. Oh my gosh, what's the blackbirds? And it's so crazy. It's like my witchy family's last name. Shoots. Why is it not coming to my... Starts with a C. It starts with a C. But that's what this is. And it's so interesting how it's surrounding by wolves. So you may be actually surrounded by people who are too freaking distracted, it looks like, by this moon, they may be distracted by things and they're not realizing that like you're right here and it's making you feel alone. And you feel alone. You could be surrounded by things, surrounded by people who are sitting here like barking up things that are just like have nothing to do with nothing. And not saying that the moon is unimportant. The moon is important, but like, you know how people say like the moon's like a satellite, like it just collects information, like it's just like this huge that collects information, but it boom. No, it does. I feel like the moon collects information and it like spews it back out in a way, like in some weird way. But it's like people are so distracted by the moon, and people are not realizing that it's like you have people, things right by them, and you may be that like little crow. That's what it is, crow. That's my family's last name, so interesting. But you may be that little crow that feels like you're just like not relaying to those that are around you. You need support. You have no support by the people around you. You're different than them. You may be smaller than them. You may look different than them. You could be adopted. Or you just may not relate to them. You may be aesthetically different than them. Or literally just don't look like people that you're surrounded by. You could have moved to a different place, a different area where the ethnicity, race, or something is not the same as yours. And you could be close with these people, and or the community could be friendly, but they just have different interests than you. The information that they take in is completely different than the information that you take in. So it's hard to truly bond with those people. Especially that get like real support from these people. And the compassion in reverse, so they don't really have like real compassion for you. Interesting. I really wanted a love reading. I really wanted a love reading. I don't know. I might still give me a love reading because I'm gonna go in with the true emotional deck. I am. But anyways, with the confidence in reverse, you just may be neglecting truly having confidence. But that confidence could just be because the people around you, their interest is different than yours. And if you're somebody who's like a people pleaser, if you are someone that's a people pleaser or something like that, maybe that's a reason. Who knows? But look at this girl. She's just like looking at the butterflies. She's looking at everybody else transforming. Wow, you're like still this like little crow. Fun fact, random, but I saw one day like this like swarm of crows just, I don't even know if I should say this. I might think I'm crazy, but then again, we're watching Daryl. But like swarm of crows just like fly on this block. It was the most weirdest thing ever, and I'm like, why is there like a block? This is before I had like any type of like spiritual anything, but it was so. But now I'm like, okay, I get it. But it was like so weird. Like, why the heck are there so many crows? I'm talking about a block filled with crows. It's like random. Never seen so many crows till this day in my entire life. But anyways, we just got the Ace of Pentacles. Interesting. So you may have like moved somewhere or went somewhere for more success. But I don't know. I don't really get a travel vibes. But because I see like this reef in the back way and like this little trail. I don't know if you guys see that. And this never stood out to me with the Ace of Pentacles. Never, ever stood out to me in the Ace of Pentacles till today. But I just see this like little like trailway, this leaf, and then like the little river in the background. Oh, mountains, river in the background. I don't even know. But you could have traveled somewhere because of a better opportunity. And it's like a new start. You got more money somewhere. Tell me more. Interesting, because this could be the reason why you're surrounded by people or things that are not familiar to you. You could have thought like, okay, I'm about to take control of my life. I'm about to have a better circumstances, better money, new confidence. Like all of this could have been your idea of what was about to happen. Like you could have been like, I'm about to, like the world's about to be mine in a way. Tell me more. Or this could be what's coming as well. Me thinking I'm about to get a love reading. Tell me more, Spirit. The Tower in reverse. Self-imposed confinement. Inability to change, limited freedom, slavery of the flesh. Yikes. Tell me more, Spirit. Is that the 10 of Pentacles? How you want me to take this? Oh, it came out sideways. I'm trying to figure out. Okay, 10 of Pentacles. So the Tower in reverse and then the 10 of Pentacles. Tradition, comfort. It's so hard for me not to read what's at the bottom of this thing when I use this deck. The Wheel of Fortune. Yes. Okay, so I think that you really took like a leap of faith somewhere and you moved. Especially even in this confidence card. It looks like she's not on a spaceship. But I don't know why it looks like she's like on this like spaceship. Or like she's in like this like submarine or something. And then she's like looking out the window somewhere. And she's like looking at all this like butterflies. Even butterflies represent transformation. And then even in this card, she's looking at this ball of energy. That ball of energy could have meant like something that's growing. A new start somewhere. A new start to something that's going to happen. But I don't know, with this Tower in reverse, the Two of Pentacles. This is kind of good news, if you ask me. This is a lot of good news. We got the Ace of Pentacles, the Tower in reverse, 10 of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, and then the 2 of Pentacles. Maybe there's a lot on your plate. First of all, this is a lot of pentacles. And then the Sun. So why is confidence in the world? So maybe like do you feel like maybe this is something where it's like you feel like you can't even be happy for your success, or you just feel like people aren't happy for you. Like this is a lot to be happy about. What's this 2 of Pentacles? And what's this? Well, I already asked what's this Tower. What's this 2 of Pentacles? This is a lot to be happy about. This is a lot to be happy about. You're on the right path. Whoa, we got the Queen of Wands. Whoa. That was a lot. That Queen of Swords had a lot behind her. 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Okay, but we got the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords. And wait, Queen of Wands in reverse, Queen of Swords in reverse, the 4 of Swords in reverse, and then the 10 of Wands in reverse. So there's people jealous. People mad. People mad. 9 of Cups in reverse. Yup, 2 of Cups in reverse. People mad. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. What's this Queen of Wands? What's this Queen of Wands? Yup. Okay, this Queen of Wands, 9 of Pentacles in reverse. 9 of Pentacles in reverse for this Queen of Wands. What's this Queen of Swords in reverse? 5 of Swords in reverse. Someone's, oh my gosh, that's crazy. The Star, oh my gosh, people mad as hell. Somebody mad as hell. What? Somebody is, look, you got 2 people here mad as hell at you, collective. Because people don't got confidence. Oh my gosh. I'm taking the Star card. Because you busy. You said, I gotta work. I don't have time. You possibly moved away from these people. People trying to, that's what this 10 of Wands is that. That's why the support card here, nobody supported you. Nobody supporting your move. Nobody supporting you taking this new opportunity. Nobody supporting you wanting to go after your dreams. Nobody supporting you wanting to actually, you know, build wealth for yourself. You know, start a family possibly. Wanting to actually, you know, break any type of family chains, trauma. What's it called? Family curses. You could have just got a new job. You could have just moved. I'm really feeling like somebody just moved. Somebody moved for a better like job opportunity or something. And you possibly are dealing with a lot of changes. So many changes. Like you're dealing with a lot of changes. Like you're dealing with the fact that you just changed. Just probably moved. Dealing with a new community that you probably don't relate to. You don't know these people. You probably don't look like these people. Or you do look like these people, but they don't really relate to things that you relate to. Things that you kind of like get into, especially if you're into like spirituality, or you different languages. People don't probably, if you move like across the country or something like that, people probably don't even speak your language maybe, or they have different accents. So you're dealing with that. Then you got people that you possibly used to deal with. They're upset, they're jealous, they're spreading lies, they're spelling rumors about you. Mad. This Queen of Wands sitting there mad because you sitting there, you're now living a luxury life. They're not able to live the luxury life that they wanted to portray. You're looking good and stuff like that. They can't look good. He mad as hell about this. Mad as hell. Because you know that's her reputation. She's supposed to be the one looking good. She's supposed to be the one living in luxury and things like that. But it's not her, it's you. Or you're on your way to doing that. Then you got this Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords mad as hell, sitting there seeing that you're the one that's looked at now as a smart one, looked at now as the one to go to and need advice, looked at now as the one who's sitting there manifesting whatever you need to manifest. If you going to school now, mad as hell because you're the one going to school now, but you put an end to that shit. Whatever relationship this was, you put an end to that shit. And they looking at this person like a fake bitch. Oh, I mean curse, but they looking at this person as a fake bitch. Whoever was sitting there, or that's the name that they made for themselves because they constantly kept, but you're too busy to even like you put all that shit to rest because you're busy. You're too busy. Like you're way too busy. You got too much shit to fucking deal with. You're like, I am busy, and your wheel is still turning. Like this is just the beginning. Like this Tower in reverse. This Tower that happened, it's like, it makes me feel like it's for the people or things that were of your past. Like this whatever this Ace of Pentacles was that you sat there and you went after, it really brought a tower to maybe a past community. That's why I feel like this came out sideways, because it's like whatever was in your past, it was a tower to them, and then your future, it was a good thing for you. The wheel turned for you. It was a beneficial tower for you, but it was not a beneficial tower for whoever you left behind. We got Justice in reverse. What's this Justice in reverse? Damn, I wanted to do a love reading so bad. I'm still going with the true emotional deck. I am. I see I almost got the 6 of, we got the 2 of Swords in reverse. You move, I think you moved. Chain reaction. You moved. What's peace? You at peace with this 4 of Wands. You made peace with the situation. So why this justice in reverse? These people feel like this was not fair to them. That's what it is. People are feeling like this was not fair to them, I'm hearing. What? People feel like this was not fair. What? That's why it's hard for you. The Chariot in reverse. People feeling like this is bad karma. This is like you're going the wrong way. Lack of judgment. People feeling like this was impulsive. If you move, people feel like this is an impulsive decision. Like this is impulsive. People feel like this is impulsive. Judgment just tried to come out upright. I saw that. People feel like this was the Empress in reverse. Yo, people are pissed off. These are people who are literally like, they not doing nothing. Like, if this is like, tell me more about the collective spirit. What's the collective's energy? What's the collective's energy? We got the Knight of Cups in reverse. What's the collective's energy, spirit? What's the collective's energy, spirit? A Knight of Cups ain't good. So what you lying? Did you lie to these people? Tell them one thing and then did another? If you did, I don't blame you, because these people fake. Especially this Queen of Wands in reverse, this Queen of Swords, and the Empress, Ace of Cups. So you lied to these people. You had to lie to these people. That's why they feel betrayed. That's why they're upset. Okay, I'm getting the picture. So you lied to these people. These people feel like you betrayed them, because whatever movement you just did with this Knight of Cups in reverse and then this Ace of Cups, it's like, let me get one more card too before I go in. Tell me more about the collector's energy. More about the collector's energy, spirit. Page of Pentacles. Yup. You had good. Can't make this up. We got, so after finding out about this Queen of Wands in reverse, rampage quickly. This Queen of Wands in reverse, that's really the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Someone who would really wanted to live in luxury, be this like empress, but not really an empress and stuff like that. Then you got this Queen of Swords in reverse, who's really just trying to be in confidence, stuff like that. You had to put an end to this and stuff, because they're just a liar, jealous, very nasty person who just spews a whole bunch of negativity about you behind your back, doesn't say it to your face whatsoever. You had to end these conversations with these people. You put an end to communication with these people. And even if you are still talking to these people saw you as a star. They saw you as someone filled with creativity, someone filled with inspiration, and they wanted to be the people who was looked at this way. But these people, they're not looked at this way. They're not looked at like like the Empress energy. They're not looked at that way at all. Shoo, you're not even like really looked at as an Empress energy. You're literally looked at like as a beam of light. Quite literally. You're looked at as like a beam of freaking light. While these people are looked at as like lazy, jealous, envious types of energies, and they're trying to make it seem like you're going in some type of wrong direction, like you just made an impulsive decision based off of the actions that they did because you're just upset, and you lied to them. With this Knight of Cups, they feel like you manipulated the energy and like you lied to them about the things that you were going after, that you used their emotions about them towards you and you with them, y'all relationships, whatever this is. If this is friends, this is family, but I'm really picking up like this is like a community, like your friends, your family, whoever these people are that's in your energy, a community, whatever these people are, they feel like you lied to them with this Knight of Cups in reverse. They feel like you lied to them, that you didn't tell the whole story about this offer that you got with this Ace of Pentacles, that you didn't tell them about this offer. You said something completely different, especially with this Tower in reverse. Maybe this Tower in reverse is something different. Maybe they felt, and also with this World and the confidence card, maybe these people looked at you like you weren't confident, like you didn't have your world in control. Like maybe they felt like your world was falling apart and stuff like that, which was not true at all. Like your world was completely together. Maybe your world was completely together. Maybe you had everything completely under control, but you made it seem like it was completely falling apart to them. And that's why these people were sitting there gleeful behind the scenes, but they never told you that. They never told you that they were gleeful for your world falling apart because you made it seem a certain way. Like, that's what this tower, I'm getting a picture. That's what this tower in reverse is. That you had some type of illusion of, maybe. They thought that you were falling apart, like your life was falling apart. But in reality, you had a 10 of Pentacles. You were living in some type of 10 of Pentacles. This like star energy. Like your wheel was turning this whole time. You were balancing so many things at once. So many things at once. Even them. You were sitting here balancing their fake asses too. You was watching them the whole time. And you put an end to that conflict. You saw how fake they were being and how jealous they were. You saw that these people wanted your life. You did. You did. And that's why you sat there and you moved away from them. You moved away from them. You made up your mind. You said, yeah, y'all are fake. Y'all are weird. Y'all... It maybe took you a long time to come to that decision, but you realized what exactly these people and the energies that they were. You said that these people were not fair to you. They were not fair to you at all. And they were trying to make you make the wrong decisions. And you possibly like played into their delusions. Collective, you was playing into these people's delusions. Because they thought they had everything under control. That's what this Knight of Cups is. I'm telling you, you was playing into these people's delusions because they really thought they had shit under control. But you whole time is like, you had a whole understanding of everything. You knew everything that was going on. You knew everything that was going on. And I think that you just had like a soft spot for these people. I think you had a soft spot for these people, so you kind of just had to handle them with care. Especially with this Knight of Cups, it's like you had a soft spot for these people, so you were just allowing them to think what they thought. You let them be fake towards you. This is a love reading. This is like, even though it's not like a romantic love reading, this is still a love reading because I feel that you love these people and they possibly like kind of hated your guts. I'm not gonna lie. And they're like, oh, she lied or he lied, and why they didn't say that they had all this money, or why they didn't say that they had, why they didn't say they was moving, why they didn't say this, why they didn't say that. But it's like, if you did, they only would have did was sabotage. They saying that you was lying, you was scamming, you wasn't telling the whole truth about something. Like you had all these offers, you had all this money, you had that plan, this going there. Whole time you was out of here. But they too lazy and they too busy like watching you and or yet every moon. They too lazy to get up and make a move for themselves. These people are too materialistic and watching like everything you got going on to really like make something of themselves. They want to copy you in your every move, to the fact that they thought that you were so lazy that they ended up becoming lazy themselves in their lives. So you possibly put up a really good front because these people really matched your energy. Whole time you are completely, you got some good news and you took it. With the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles is the first thing out. You been got an opportunity. You been had an opportunity and you been took it. Been. Like this is like, it's like almost like this is old news. Oh, the three of wands, this is old news. You have four force, like been. Wow. This is messy. These people did not support you. That's why I said this support card, these people was not supporting you. So you know the world is yours, but you was hiding it. Okay, I see what we doing. You knew the world was yours. You had to hide it because these people, you had some freaking ultras out here. When I tell you this reading just took a turn, this reading took a turn, baby. You was playing in your trickster energy, I see. That's what I'm telling you. You gotta integrate that darkness, baby. Integrate that darkness. It's fun, isn't it? Oh my gosh. These people are mentally unstable. Let's get stuff. I'm gonna get a few oracle messages to close out, Spirit. A few oracle messages to close us out, please. This is the rest. What we got here? What's this in reverse? Divine masculine. You got a divine masculine upset. Even a divine masculine is upset. They're not divine, they upset. Or maybe you got a divine masculine that's hidden, that's coming in for you soon because of this. Or people upset because they see you in the energy to attract a divine masculine. What we got? Thief in reverse. We got thief in reverse. And we got sweetheart. These people try to rob you from being the energy to attract a divine masculine because they see you as a sweetheart. Yeah. Why did I say yeah like that? Yeah. Healer in reverse. What's this healer in reverse? Why healer gotta be in reverse? Hidden. Healer pathway in reverse. Hidden pathway. These people try to hide the fact that you're a healer. Manipulation. Opposition. Yup, manipulation in reverse. They manipulation ain't work. Yup. Confusion and illusion in reverse. These people, whoever these were, message, hello. Every time I see the hello card, I'd be so weak. Hello. Because what made, hello, like why? He could have made a buy card too. Or maybe he did, I just didn't see it yet. But, these people tried to hide the fact that you were a healer because they knew these oppositions, these people that are not on your side, these people who were fake support systems for you, they tried to hide the fact that they were manipulating you this whole time into, you know, not showing the fact that you're a sweetheart, not showing the fact that you're divine, not showing the fact that you're a star, and that you had healing abilities. You know, they didn't want you to see that for yourself. They didn't want you to see the fact that you had the pathway. They tried to hide all of this from you. What's this healer? What is this healer? And I think they wanted to rob you from this because they didn't want you to connect with the divine masculine. Especially these are all like feminine energies. Feminine energies, especially when it's like a large group of people, or like, of course, like more than two. It's always like it can be sometimes, not always. When it's not a balance of energies, especially when we had, I think, a balance or something. When it's not a balance of energies, equal of energies of divineness, it can become very competitive. And especially when it comes to like women or men trying to like watch like who's gonna find like the perfect like relationship and things like that. So they possibly saw that in you, collective. Transition is healer. Transition. Whoa. They try to put a death to the fact that you can heal. What? They did not want you to like have access to your powers. Like, these are people who were like really trying to beat it out of you, like whether like, and that's however you could take it, like whether it's like gossip, whether it's like not supporting you in your dreams, not just being there for you, not being a true family member, not being a true loved one, not being a true friend, and being like that towards someone who's a healer when they're not supported by the people that's in their community, their close loved ones. It can take a mental toll at them, and they may not like realize that that's what they're doing, but the spirits and the devil energies, evil energies like operating in them, that's what their goal is. That's what their goal is, and that's why they're so negative and just you know. The evil eye I just peeped. What's in the last few closing messages, Spirit? Last few closing messages. Priest, karmic femme. With this priest and karmic femme in reverse, lets you know that possibly like priest, but I see priest and even the priestess, it's almost like, ooh, South Node. These people are pissed, angry. But with the priest and the karmic femme in reverse, it's almost giving me the vibes that like your masculine energy also could have came out and put an end to these like energies. Even like seeing like the South Node. Like your masculine energy could have came out because your feminine energy was under attack so much. Because we all have feminine energy and masculine energy, and possibly your masculine energy could have said, all right, especially with all those pentacles that came out. A lot of pentacles came out. Not a lot of cups. Did we get a cup? I think the only cups we got was the Knight of Cups in reverse, and the Knight of Cups was a manipulation tactic. The Knight of Cups and the Ace of Cups. We didn't get much cups. Someone put their emotions to the side and said enough. And a lot of pentacles came out. A lot of pentacles. And pentacles is earth energy. And earth energy is also gives me masculine energy. So if this is a feminine watching, woman or man, but someone's masculine energy came out and put a lot of this feminine energy to rest. Whether this is a man or woman watching, your masculine energy said enough with this piece. Like your higher masculine energy said enough with these karmic femmes. Like you got tired of this. You got your higher self, that masculine energy got tired of this. Because like Lahaiki, I feel like we all have like a higher divine feminine energy, and we also got like a higher divine masculine energy, you know. And it's good to like combine both of them and just be like powerful. But yeah, I never like saw it that way till just now. But I did always, but like that kind of like, that's what just stood out to me. Because we got the priest and we got the priestess, and the priestess didn't come out. The priest came out. And especially with this divine masculine in reverse, it's almost like this is hidden. Because also like, you know, they were trying to stop you from connecting to a divine masculine, not realizing that they're too worried about you not connecting romantically to a divine masculine, not realizing that you're connecting with your own divine masculine within, which is even scarier. Because if they're scared of your own divine feminine, wait until they see your divine masculine from within. And that's what they're completely pissed off about. And all that's going to do is attract your like physical divine masculine in another like form. So that's so funny. One more card, Spirit, one more card. Oh my gosh, I gotta get out of here. Ooh. Trusted. Yup. And you see how this trusted has like a badge? Yeah. Yeah, we got enamor. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, your higher self, your higher divine masculine whatever energy, yeah, that masculine energy came out and said enough, okay? And I don't know what happened, but all that went out the way for this sweetheart, okay? Because you're a sweetheart, collective. You are a sweetheart, and you were under attack, it looks like, from some weirdos. And yeah, your higher self had enough. Or maybe this is a divine masculine that you connected with that actually said enough. I didn't get to go into the true emotional deck, which I wanted to, but I'm going to in the next reading, so that's okay. But this was a cute reading. I like this reading. This was a nice, fun reading. I hope you were able to relate to this. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm closing this out. Have a good night, a good morning, a good day, a good week. I will see you very soon. Bye.